Here's how I feel about week 3, guys. I was not happy with it. It was poop. It was bigger poop than week 1. And week 1 was poop. So far this year, we've had 2 out of 3 poop weeks. Nothing happening that was supposed to happen. I'm glad I didn't bet every penny I own this week, because I would have lost on every single bet.
Yeah, Colts, I heard everyone covered.
Colts stomping the Browns.
It was close at the end.
Bears
close
beating the fucking Steelers with only 3 positions besides the running backs having a catch.
The Jaguars boosted the Ravens.
Boosted.
The Jets whooped the fucking Dolphins' ass.
Houston had a shootout with New England.
Yeah.
Oakland,
the Vikings with Case Keenum killed the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oakland got shut down. Amari Cooper and Crabtree combined for 2 catches.
The Panthers were pooped. They were poop against the Saints.
You know what's worse? Is my prediction of the Thursday night game being exciting enough for me to start Cooper Kupp.
The shootout
came more than true. It blossomed. They scored 90 points that game?
Yeah.
90 points.
41-39. Is that it?
And
shootout.
Cooper Kupp has 2 catches for like 15 yards or some shit like that. Gives me 3 fucking points.
You were hoping for either the stat line that Robert Woods put up or Sammy Watkins put up.
Dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today, Drake and I are going to be going over the results of week 3. And then we'll go right into it in the first matchup. 2-0 versus 2-0. Nick versus Mikey, and Nick was able to pull it out.
And by a big margin.
Yeah, 138-107. And Nick got great performances from Drew Brees, Devonta Freeman, Kareem Hunt, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, not a bad week.
Yeah, they combined for over 100 points.
Yeah, outside of his top 4, he had 2 from Kelvin. He got hurt. We had 2 from Benjamin, 9 from Kenny Stills, which isn't too bad.
His team performed well, but Nick being 3-0 is not a fluke. He's the highest scoring team in the league.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one who's scored 400 points total. So that's why he's 3-0.
Helps when you have Kareem Hunt. Which, hey, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Picked him in the 9th.
Listen, when you picked Kareem Hunt, I was like, damn, that dude's still on the board.
That value in the 9th?
I was taking him in I don't know where I was taking. I was taking him earlier than that all summer in MFL 10s. I know I was taking him earlier in the 9th round.
Anyways, so let's go over Mikey's team. Todd Gurley had a great week, but after that, you didn't really have anyone score over 14. So that's what did it for him. 107 is a decent scoreline for the week, but just wasn't quite enough this time.
Yeah, no. Especially against Nick,
Yeah.
Put up 138. Tough to beat.
Next matchup was Rob versus Jad. And we both took Jad in this one, and this one looks similar to the last one. 107-130.
Jad's team looks so good on paper. It really does. Even his weak running backs. They're not that weak. That's the thing. Duke Johnson, PPR monster. He's just getting stronger right now. Corey Coleman going down helps a lot. Chris Carson's looks to be like the full-time, or at least the main usage running back in Seattle.
Yeah.
You got Michael Thomas, Mari Cooper, Terrell Pryor, Tyreek Hill, Martavis Bryant. If you could take that receiving core preseason in any league, who's turning that down?
No one, but it sucks when the 3 of them combine for 9 points.
Yeah, no. I know, man. I had.
Yeah, Michael Thomas and Tyreek Hill were good, but 3 of them just poop.
See what he and everyone else, including myself, were hoping for was consistency out of Terrell Pryor. He had such a good. I thought it was a good possibility of going in there, establishing himself as a number 1 and a really great offense. And it just hasn't.
Kirk Cousins likes to spread the ball around.
Offense hasn't been that good. Terrell Pryor has not been good at all. It's, it sucks.
All right. And we got to go over Rob's team. I mean, Rob's team got it done. Pretty consistent across the board. And Dalvin Cook with a 27. Highest score between the two of them.
Rob's bench is, he's got 5, 6 players in double digits on the bench too.
Yeah.
Jamal Charles, Ted Ginn, Tyrod Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Amir Abdullah.
Taylor Gabriel had a good week.
Rob's team is definitely looking good. It's one of the few deep teams in the league as well.
He's got to get rid of Hunter Henry though. 2 zeros in 3 games. I could have told everyone this. If you asked me as a Chargers fan, I figured there was no way they cut out Antonio Gates while he's still on the squad.
I don't think most people didn't expect them to cut out Antonio Gates, but you just expect.
But where people drafted Hunter Henry, expecting him to be
Yeah.
Sweet. So
you still expect better than 2 zeros.
I don't want Hunter Henry unless Antonio Gates is out. If Antonio Gates is out, Hunter Henry is a top 10 tight end.
Well, he started Jared Cook and he got 14, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
There's not many players that are much better than. And then, who the fuck were we just talking about? This tight end, Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
There's not many options on the waiver wire. Much better, to be honest.
Well, he's not on the waiver wire, but
I'm saying is who.
Yeah, you're right.
Might as well just keep him. He's deep at other positions, anyways.
Yeah. You can always stream tight end. Chip, my tight end got me 1 point this weekend, and I still won. So that just shows you how unimportant tight ends are.
Now we move on
to the tie. Butts and Brobes.
The highest scoring matchup of the week. Both teams with 149. Brobes. Don't call it a comeback. Just call it Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know. Dude put up 33 points to save his ass and get him the tie.
Diggs had 37 and Sammy Watkins had 28.
Le'Veon Bell finally showed up. He had 21.
If his team didn't poop everywhere else, he would have been looking good this week.
Hey, this defense got him -1 point.
But, I mean, look at the production out of Butt Squad. Again, monster game from Gronk and Brady. Gronk and Brady, 57
Jesus
points.
Christ. I had
Devontae Parker, 21. Did you see what happened that game?
Yeah, his last drive, he had 8 targets?
Yeah.
Fucking 80 yards, a touchdown or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Scored 21 points. Rashard Matthews, 20 points.
Hey, you know
Zach
what?
Ertz, another touchdown, 17. Zach Ertz is the number 2 tight end in the league. Gronk is 1. Butts has the top 2 tight ends.
There's a good chance that. I didn't watch the game, but Miami might just come out maybe overconfident. Whatever happened, they play like shit. We all hope that they play better than this. And it's at least good to show that no matter what, hopefully you're hoping that this is a worse circumstance for Devontae Parker. He still found a way to, put up some production. The touchdown was probably super fluky. But at least Jay Cuddy was like, fuck it, I'm going to at least give him some touches. Maybe get going in the next game.
Yeah.
Carry momentum. Why not? And you see that Jay Cutler's always shown that he likes Devontae Parker, so not bad. Jay Giant's been pooped.
Yeah, this was almost a matchup of entirely booms and busts on each side.
Well,
J.J. with a 3. Sanu was solid with 12, but Zach Miller 2.
Yeah, Butts only has 3 out of
Doyle 1. Hooper 1.
Butts has 3 out of 10 starting position to double digits.
Yeah.
And he only has 130 ball. Only 130 ball. Must be nice. Brooks with 2 30 balls. One's almost 40. Stephon Diggs with 37 points. What a game. Hopefully,
and they tied.
Some of those.
And they tied. Do you have anything to say about the tie?
No, it's definitely an interesting element. Obviously, I am one to voice. I like
the decimal.
I just like the decimal because I like the players to get every. If you get 99 yards, like shit, you got 99. You didn't get fucking 90. But then again, it's more of a classic way And it does. This is a very interesting factor because now, it saves Mike's ass because now instead of 0-3, he's still really looking at 0-2. So it's just it plays such a factor. One of those teams could easily make a playoff spot just because of that tie.
You still got to be nervous if you don't have a win yet after 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
you got to be thinking I'm going to salvage my season. I got to do it.
I go all the 1 and 2 teams go lose this week and he wins. He's a half a game ahead of us because of that tie. So if we match, he already has a tiebreaker. What he has is a tiebreaker. Oh well, I would much rather have a tiebreaker than a loss.
I guess I didn't look at it that way.
To be honest, it looks the scoring looks cleaner without the decimals, but I still prefer the decimals.
Fair enough.
But it's Jazz League. Do I respect it? I'm in this league.
Yeah.
Ain't that big of a deal.
I think one good thing about it is if someone gets hit for -2 yards or something, you don't get punished for that because it's not decimal. So they didn't lose a whole 10 yards, so you don't lose a point. But that's about it.
Yeah, but it's still.
I'm fine with this.
You go from having 7 or having, let's say, 77 to having 75. You still have that extra 0.5 that you wouldn't normally have. But you're right. It's not a big deal. Anyways, let's go to my ass whooping.
Oh, you want to go to yours next?
I would rather get out the way.
Derek.
Low scoring is 79 points this week. Don't ask me how good I am.
Eliminated from the Survivor Challenge with 79 points, lowest of the week. I think almost everyone had in the 100s, didn't they? Maybe.
Yeah, everyone else said was in 100 points. Send me. Let's just make this. Let me just get my team out the way real quick. Let me go on a rant. So once again, the injury bug hits me. That's not David Johnson, Jordy Nelson for a week, which caused me to lose. I lost by 5 points in the same week that Jordy Nelson and Greg Olsen went down. Now Darren Sproles go down. So it's whatever. It's been tough. This week was trash though, but
it's not just injuries. Like your team is randomly getting injured. Your team is in a game playing, and then they put up shitty numbers and get injured. So they not only lose you the week, but they're also gone for a while.
Yeah. So Sproles got hurt. I started him this week in my second flex, which
Sproles got hurt 1 point, and then last week Greg Olsen got hurt and Jordy Nelson got hurt between the two of them 1 point. So they screw you over 1 week, and then
Cooper Kupp disappointed in the in the shootout. I don't know what the hell happened. I got an update Monday morning. I'm working. I get an update at 7 in the morning. Buck Allen is gonna start for the Ravens. I'm like, fuck, dude. He's gonna see more touches, and then this dude puts up 7 points, and I just don't get it.
Their whole offense just stalled.
Hopefully, it's because
they couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. Did you watch the game?
No, but I saw this.
I
you can see the stat line.
So I was hoping that you did.
Even if you hadn't seen the game, you saw the stat line. You'd know.
Joe Flacco got
28 yards.
I don't know if he got hurt or they're just fucking why risk getting him hurt. But
they got steamrolled.
The only positive is I left 38 points on the bench between Sterling Shepard and Joe Mixon. Sterling Shepard, 2 out of 3 games has seen 7 catches. So you know what? In a deep league like this. He's not going to be a bad flex option. If I can get 5 catches for 50 yards and get 10 points from him every week,
Yeah, and
whatever.
Derek's squad just had a bounce back week. That's yours. Same thing. Derek's squad had a bounce back week. He's got Kirk Cousins with 26, Antonio Brown with 27, T.Y. Hilton with 28, and then just solid double-digit performances except for his 0 out of Kendall Wright. And the -6 from the Ravens defense. You just got to give it to Derek this week. His team performed.
His team performed. And even the average of 11.5 points from his 2 running backs.
I don't know if people are giving Derek shit or not, but you got to admit this. Although he was 0-2 going into this game, he wasn't eliminated from the Survivor Challenge. So his team is capable of scoring points.
And he's got a couple attractive names in that team.
His team could turn up any given week.
He has Chris Thompson on the bench, which I'm sure he's going to start this week.
He didn't need it this week.
No. But you gotta start Chris Thompson, dude. You know, until he proves that he's not.
I'd start Chris Thompson over Frank Gore, to be honest.
Or Kendall Wright.
Or even Marquise Lee if you wanted to. But why? Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, not bad.
Yeah, his team just had a good week.
Oh yeah, we're talking about my team. At least Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson did their thing. Adam Thielen did his thing. You know, hopefully Adam Thielen can start getting some touchdowns, and we're looking real good. Crabtree was 1 point though. That hurt.
All right, the next matchup is my matchup against Trevor, which I definitely lucked out. Closest match of the week, 101 to 104. I lucked out. My two guys on Monday night got me 1 point. Like, I was looking good going into Monday night. I'm like, okay, I'm going to score like 120 or something. But J.J. Nelson, 0. Jason Witten, 1.
Damn, what happened to J.J. Nelson? I fell asleep halfway through that game.
Just didn't catch any of the balls. Like, there were two really deep passes that Carson Palmer threw to him. They just didn't connect. So, I mean, he could have had, like, one of them was going to be like a 45-yard touchdown, so he could have had, like, 14 points. But he didn't because he didn't catch two of the best opportunities he had of the game. Not that he, like, dropped them, but, you know, like, it was just throw might have been a little too deep. Or
going into Monday, though, you had to win.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah, it was. That way I didn't have to worry about it. I'm glad I didn't because J.J. Nelson with the 0 and Jason Witten with the 1. Like, I could have fucked me over.
Yeah, not much to say. Just a subpar week, but you got the win. Very close. Julio, Pierre Garçon did the things. Christian McCaffrey finally showed a little something.
Yeah, what happened was when Kelvin Benjamin went out, they didn't have as many people to throw to, so he was throwing a lot to McCaffrey.
Yeah, so keep doing that. Trey Cohen's been not bad.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
He can play both Bears running backs. Be fine.
Cam Newton's trash.
Yep.
Hope you learned that. You got a lot of production out of half your team. The other half team you didn't do anything. 7 out of your quarterbacks started Derrick Henry over DeMarco Murray. That
DeMarco Murray with the 18. The 1 week I don't play him.
you even said, I hope this doesn't make me look foolish or something along those lines, and whatever. Shit
Didn't end up
happens.
costing me.
Derrick Henry got hurt, which could have played a big factor in that. Ty Montgomery, though. AJ Green finally came back.
I think Ty Montgomery had 8 receptions, 9 receptions. So he had like barely any passing yards, but he just caught the ball a bunch of times.
Yeah, so it's a nice floor to have. Chris Hogan, man, 2 touchdowns, saved your ass. Saved your ass.
AJ Green bounced back, fortunately.
Yeah, 27, that's huge. All right.
I played Kenny Britt. You got to give it to me.
Well, you have to give it to me with our next matchup, which we did have a water bet placed on. So why don't you? This is the last matchup, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we make our way to that one?
Well, let's break it down first, and then we'll do it.
All right. It was Damian Brown versus Ricky Grody.
133 to 125. Very close matchup. 8 points. I took Ricky's team.
Ricky got a 30 ball from Jordan Howard.
24 out of Hyde.
24 out of Hyde.
18 out of Tate. Should have been like 25.
You can't say it should have been when his knee was clearly down. And by the way, just PSA, Lions fans, I'm sorry, but the rules are the rules. What happened to someone else, he would be, oh, well, rules are rules, you know. Sucks happens to you guys, but
Everyone's acknowledging that it's stupid.
I don't want to sound like all the other douchebags, but get a fucking lead. Get a lead, and you don't have to worry about it.
Well, it just sucks that the refs made a mistake, and it cost the Lions.
Well, but
if they would have just called him down, they could have like gone up and spiked it and had 1 second left on the clock.
There's a chance for that, yes.
But instead, they're like, touchdown. Wait, no, we got to review it. We're not sure. By the way, we got the call wrong, so you didn't win,
yes,
and the game's over.
Just to say, in that 8 seconds, which is not a lot of time, not only do you have to get the ball snapped, but you cannot commit a flag or a penalty. Because if you get a flag, then you're going to get that run off anyway. So in 8 seconds, which is a very small frame of time. You have to get a play set up, get lined up. Well, yeah, you're just gonna spike it. But you have to get lined up and pulled off within 8 seconds. You know, it's that 10-second run off.
This is what they do.
10-second run off isn't that big a thing. You know, it's just unfortunate.
I know, very unfortunate, but I just think
You know, you can't.
It's a shitty way to lose.
Oh yeah, of course. But hey, you know what? The Lions were Lions 2-0 or they 1-1?
2-0.
2-0. You guys are 2-1 now. Atlanta made the Super Bowl last year. Was just over a quarter away from winning it.
They're an indoor team. You played them indoor.
They're a really good team this year still. You guys played them and you guys almost beat them. Get a lead, play good football, and good things will happen for you guys.
They got Minnesota this week.
Be a test. See how good
you
guys really are.
The clash of 2-1 teams.
So, anyways,
Deshaun Jackson had a big game as well. Played him in DraftKings.
Yeah. Besides that,
Lots of threes.
Alshon underperformed. But he missed. Carson Wentz just missed him. I know a long ball. Jeffrey could have easily had a much bigger day, so that sucks. And Tyrell Williams, Jesse James, and James White. Man, 3 points from James White
in the shootout.
Man, I had him and Gilsley each in a decent amount of DraftKings lineups, and they both just didn't do shit. In Damian's team, he got OBJ back, and wow, OBJ is a good-ass football player.
Devontae Adams underperformed with Cobb being out, and he still got 130.
You know what it was,
points.
though? That Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin combination. Combined for 58 points.
Yeah, they combined for 60 points. 60 points, 36.
Oh, yeah, 32.
Oh, no, it's 26. I was looking at OBJ.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it is.
58.
It is 58. And then OBJ was 28, made it 78 between three players.
That's why you drafted that combination. It's because they can do that.
He didn't even draft him. He had Derek Carr, and he traded him with
He traded for Wilson, huh? Because I traded Wilson.
I think that was his one trade.
But that's why he traded for him. It just Seattle's O-line is really bad. It sucks. But it is what it is.
So clearly we at least predicted this right, that it was close and that it could go either way, and it certainly did.
Well, not saying we're gonna do it in the next 10 seconds, but might as well pull out my phone.
Do I get to spin it or do you get to spin it?
I'll let you spin it, but it's gotta be on my phone. Shout out fantasy footballers, the wheel water. Lose a bet, get wet. There's a bunch of different options for how people can get wet. Go ahead and spin the wheel.
Basically, it's a friendly bet where you can bet each other on anything really, and then the loser just gets to get splashed with a cup of water. Oh, so I just my back is facing you, and then you just soak me with water.
You're not gonna. It's honestly It's et tu brute.
I didn't know how to say it, that's why I wasn't gonna do it.
And basically, instead of getting stabbed in the back, I get to throw water at his back. All right, guys. Et tu brute, stabbing this guy in the back.
You take my phone and shit in my pocket.
That's what happens when you water bet me. That's what happens. That's what happens when you cross me. You cross me, you get stabbed in the back. Don't look forward, dude. Your fate's coming. This is what happens when you fucking cross me and you get stabbed in the back.
Thanks, OBJ.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, OBJ. My dude's wet. Thank you, fancy footballers. I think we're.
So let's get into the Week 4 predictions. The first matchup we're going to review in the Nantucket Revenge Fantasy Football League is Rob versus Nick. And to be honest,
in essence, we have two halftimes here tonight.
Rob's projected to win right now, 132 to 123.
The first quarter, the second quarter, and
there's
Aaron Rodgers staying dry. Here goes Aaron Rodgers today.
Looking at their matchups, I think Rob's got some solid matchups, but Nick also has a couple good matchups, so I really don't know. I think I'm going to give Rob the slight edge, but if Nick has Cooks, Benjamin, and Breeze, and Hunt, and
start
Freeman
the game. The one
continue
issue
to go
concerned
off.
about is Montgomery being hurt.
Well, the first problem
And,
is
And Josh Jones
Benjamin
as well.
might be out.
Now
That's
it's,
true.
starting
I
to come
heard
down
he's in,
pretty
though.
heavily here.
If he's
You
in,
know what I find
still
funny?
Panthers
They
did
just
not look
said-
very good.
They just said they see the rain coming down. They
And
just said,
just
hey, we got
once it gets past that first tier of starters,
safety.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
Robs are
we'll
just still
slowly
stronger.
do
You know,
it.
he's
As
got.
soon as it
I mean, Curse. I don't like that much, but he's got Fournette. He's got Crowder.
No, he's got Freeman, Hunt.
No, I'm talking about Rob.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but Nick has got. You got Stills. You got Mark Ingram. You got Eric Ebron. You know,
Brandon
it's just.
Cooks against Carolina. That's going to be a nice matchup.
So Nick is once again, you know, just relying. He needs the heaviness of the top
We
of
should
his
turn on the
team
TV.
to. He needs him to go off.
Or let's turn down, yeah.
He needs a 40-point ball from Kareem Hunt. You know,
I mean, Mike Evans against the Giants is a good matchup, and yeah, he's got Cook and Elliott.
So yeah, I'd probably lean him Rob, but come on, Nick, pull this one off.
If he's 4-0, that's going to be a great start for his team.
Just so you guys know, we're sitting halftime or not halftime. Rain delay, lightning delay of the Packers game. It's coming down pretty hard.
Yeah, there's been about a quarter of football played on Thursday, so I guess we do have a little bit of knowledge going into these matchups, but not much. All right, so then we'll do Jad versus Trevor.
Well,
Jad doesn't have a lineup set, so he must not have anyone playing in this game. He's got Jamal Williams. We were going to start him.
yeah. Well, Jad's. I like Powell is gonna get some more touches this week. Duke Johnson's been strong, and he just needs his receivers. He needs a couple of them to go off and them to put up at least average numbers. You know, he can't be getting 5 from Bryant, 4 from Pryor, and 1 from Cooper and expecting to win. He needs them guys to show up and perform.
Especially against Funchess if Benjamin is out, Julio, McCaffrey. Since if Benjamin's out, there's really no one throwing.
Yeah, I like.
There's no one to throw the ball to except
McCaffrey should definitely put up better numbers than he has been previously. With
I'm worried about
Olsen,
Lynch, honestly.
Benjamin being out. Yeah, Lynch. He tried trading me Lynch for Joe Mixon.
I don't know why he's starting Smallwood over Gillisley. That doesn't make any sense to me. I would much rather have Gillisley.
Hope we're not here to help the week.
That's true.
Charles Clay, he's got a good game script. I think it should be higher scoring. Buffalo's been playing really strong as well, and he's basically the number 1 target. So I like Charles Clay. Tyreek Hill against Washington should be able to make a thing or two happen. You can line him up anywhere.
On him.
Not necessarily.
In some situations he will.
Oh yeah, I mean when he's on the outside, but he can. I mean he comes out of the backfield. He can play in the slot. You can put him anywhere. But yeah, Thomas got a good matchup. Who are we leaning?
Oh, I think I'm leaning Jad by a little bit, but I think this one's gonna be close. I think Ricky could definitely get the win here because Jad's team, some of them haven't performed recently.
I'm gonna go.
That makes me worried about his team.
Who is that? That's Ricky or that's Trevor?
That's Trevor.
I think I'm going with Trevor.
It's really hard for me to call, to be honest. Like I like some of Trevor's matchups, but
it hurts right now. I mean, for quarter down, and Cohen hasn't put up a point yet though. So by the end of this game, I may be changing my opinion on who's gonna win.
That's true. It's definitely going to be close, but I'm leaning Jad, but barely. All right, so then it's Derek versus Damien.
Damien's got Devontae Adams, who's get 1 for 5 and a touchdown so far in this game. So 7 points in the first quarter is not bad. If he can.
The Baldwin and Wilson stack against Indianapolis.
It looks like it should be nice. He's got OBJ, best player in the NFL.
Against Tampa Bay, who just gave up a bunch of yards to Diggs and Thielen.
C.J. Anderson, in a divisional game, you think you're going to try to definitely run the ball, set the tone. So he should see some good usage. Since Crowell's been bad. Rudolph against Detroit. And then multiple orgasms, or gorgasms, I should say. He's got the 3 big names still without luck, and Hilton is going against Seattle, so Brown against Baltimore, which could be one of his lower weeks because it's a really good matchup, divisional.
Hilton at Seattle.
Baltimore's secondary ain't no bitches. They're good. Demaryius Thomas against Oakland, they've been beatable. I don't know.
He'll benefit from Graham if
Definitely would be taking Derek in this, Damian in this matchup.
Yeah, I like Damian's team better too. I think Marquise Lee has a chance against the Jets. And I like Jimmy Graham against Indianapolis, obviously. But other than that, like none of his matchups are super attractive.
And it sucks having Frank Gore and T.Y. Hilton against Seattle. You're not getting shit from them.
If there's the offense I would want to stack the least right now might be Indianapolis.
Especially going into Seattle. Good
I
luck,
mean,
mate.
Seattle's front seven haven't been as good. Like if you look at all the running back scores against them this year, they've been against the teams that have scored against them are doing really well. Like Ty Montgomery had a good week against them. Carlos Hyde had a good week against them.
Yeah, but
DeMarco Murray broke off a 75-yard touchdown on him.
But the Colts are probably the worst of those teams.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll move on to the next matchup since you and I both agree that we're taking Damian in this one. We got Ricky versus Brobst. Brobst in search of his first win, and then
Took the tie last week, him and Kyle.
yeah. Ricky lost his first game and has come back and won 2 games since. I think, or maybe he's 1-2. I'm not sure. I think he's 1-2 because he lost to Damian.
This is a close one, man. Are you looking up?
He's 1-2. I was seeing if he was 2-1 or 1-2.
Who,
I
Kyle?
can't remember. Ricky.
Oh. So the matchup, you got Dalton, Lamar Miller, Le'Veon Bell, Des Bryant, Sammy Watkins, Diggs, Hooper, Fitzgerald, Doyle. No defense right now. And then you got...
He's got a defense. He's not playing him. Jacksonville against the Jets.
How do you pick up? Who dropped Jacksonville?
Rob.
Then for Ricky, you got Carson Wentz, Carlos Hyde, Jordan Howard, Golden Tate, Alshon Jeffrey, Tyrell Williams, Jordan Reed, Deshaun Jackson, James White, Houston defense against Tennessee. So what are you thinking about this one? I feel like there's nothing too attractive about that. I love Diggs. I love that offense. With Keenum, I don't care.
Yeah, it's hard to call this one as well, I'd say. I think you've got a good player in Bell this week, especially on the road. Like if you look at the splits between home and away, Le'Veon Bell scores more rushing touchdowns away.
Yeah, he's definitely been struggles on the road, so they have to lean on Bell more.
He probably gets like 5 targets a game.
I think he put up a 20 ball last week in Chicago in a really, really bad offensive game for the Steelers. So if they can put a better offensive game, Bell can have better chances to break off those 15, 20-yard plays, off a screen or off of just a run. So he could have a good matchup, but it's Baltimore, and Steelers haven't looked good yet. So it's, he could easily, just drop, 15, it's almost his floor. But it's hard, it's going to be hard for him to get the 20 ball this week. And, I think I like Mike's matchups better. I think I'm leaning him. But it's close. It could definitely go either way. What do you think?
I think I agree with you. I like Brobe's matchups a little better for sure. But, I think that Ricky's team is definitely capable of having a good week. The Wentz and Jeffrey stack against the Chargers, who have been just bad. No need to beat around the bush. They've just been bad. And then Carlos Hyde and Jordan Howard have been good. Golden Tate has been good. Jordan Reed, if you have him, you play him. And then Deshaun Jackson has that boom-bust possibility. I like James White against Carolina as well.
Tyrell Williams has looked really bad this year. Yep. I'm really happy. I got Eric Decker, who hasn't done much either, but I think right now I'd definitely rather have Decker. Decker's gotten better by the week. I mean, in San Diego, Travis Benjamin, he's on the waiver wire. Been considering putting a bid in for him. Chargers homer. I hope you don't steal it. I mean, you got Keenan Allen, so I'm sure you're not very interested. But I mean, he definitely looked like the number 2. You know, who knows what happens when Mike Williams comes back, because team hasn't looked very good, so why not throw him in there?
I guess, I mean, I like his players aside from that, so I think I'm leaning Ricky.
You're leaning Ricky?
Yep.
So with the water bet.
I'm not going to water bet. I'm not as confident in this one.
This one's so close.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to bet.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna just bet you when it's lopsided. That's fine though. I got you, Mike. I think you're gonna pull off your first win.
My matchup with Butts.
You talk about your team. I'll talk about his.
All right. Well, I'm starting Carson Palmer against San Francisco. I think he looked fine against Dallas last week, so I'm not afraid to start him. DeMarco Murray against Houston. I mean, it's not a great matchup, but you start your top players if they're playing. And then Ty Montgomery, he's hurt right now, but maybe he'll come back. Started off pretty solid. AJ Green against Cleveland. Obviously, I'm hoping for 25 plus points here. That'd be really nice. And then Cobb already has a touchdown this game. I had no problem starting Cobb, obviously, because he's been great all year, getting a lot of targets. This is his first touchdown, too. Keenan Allen against Philadelphia. Not a great matchup, but he's a good player. He's like top 10 in targets, I think. So.
Giants scored a lot of points against them last week. You know, OBJ is very good, and he's finally back, but they're beatable in my opinion. So Keenan Allen could have a fine game.
Jason Witten, I mean, he'll at least get targets. So I mean, there's not a ton of upside there, but he's been good so far. And then my 2 flex spots, Chris Hogan and Willie Snead. I don't expect Chris Hogan to consistently score 2 touchdowns a game, but I think against a Carolina team, it's definitely possible that he gets something. I mean, Drew Brees threw a bomb to Ted Ginn. So
I think
my boy Willie Snead against Miami, he's finally back, and of course I'm going to start him.
I think honestly, there's 2 players on your bench I might start in your flex spot over them guys. But, whatever. I mean, if John Brown's coming back, maybe not J.J. Nelson, but the thing with the Saints is Wade Snead's back, but he hasn't played yet. And Coleman hasn't had a bunch of targets, but he's been productive, and Breeze likes what he likes. It might take a game or 2.
Proven player.
Yeah, but you can't just assume that he's gonna bounce back game 1.
I guess you're right, but why wouldn't I play him?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean,
anyways, Kyle Butts, he's got Tom Brady, J.J., Melvin Gordon, Sanu, Rashard Matthews, Devontae Parker, Gronk, Ertz, and Marquise Goodwin for the 49ers. Drop Zach Miller. His run of 3 tight ends has finally come to an end. It's very sad to see that go. He was started 3 tight ends and put up monster numbers, dude. It was beautiful.
Still starting 2 tight ends with Ertz.
J.J. should have a decent. You don't know. J.J. hasn't been good yet. So you would think against Saints he could put up.
He was good for like 3 games last season.
I guess it just depends on how good Jake Cuddy can run that offense. Gordon should see all the volume. Sanu is always capable of a touchdown. Matthews, Houston's been beatable through the air. They haven't been that shut down of a defense so far, at least from what I've seen. Maybe I haven't watched all the games close enough. Who knows?
Yeah, Tom Brady fucked him up, but it is Tom Brady.
Devontae Parker, both again going against the Saints. Limited upside of there a little bit, but they could both have solid games. Gronk has been fucking great this year. Ertz has been great this year.
Oh my god.
Marquise Goodwin, he's got a tough matchup and he doesn't see much value. He's one play though. He's one of those guys that one play could turn into 15 points, and there you go. That's all you need from him. On the Cincinnati against Cleveland defense, he could easily shut down. So I'm willing to do it for the channel. I'll water bet this one. I'll take Kyle Butts again.
I think I'm gonna lose.
You think you're gonna lose?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose.
I don't know. Let's see your matchups. You're all worried. You see, he thinks Ty Montgomery's going to be out the rest of the game, so that's why he's tripping. He doesn't like Murray.
I thought I was going to lose before the game started. I'm glad Randall Cobb is a touchdown. That's great. It's great so far. But no, I thought I was going to lose, dude. I'm afraid of Brady and Gronk. Look what they've done the past 2 weeks, like 50 points. That's all it takes is 2 dudes just to go fucking ham and then get solid performances out of everyone else, which Rashard Matthews, Sanu, and Parker have all done.
The good thing about this, though, is that game, if Cam comes out, Benjamin's out, Cam comes out and just poops like he has all year, in your best circumstance, Patriots just go run heavy. And it would be a good Mike Gillisley week.
Yeah.
But then again, Tom Brady could throw 3 to 4 touchdowns and 350 yards. And
throw
you better hope those
Gronk.
go to Chris Hogan. You better hope those go to Chris Hogan, not Gronk. Because if they do...
They do them, fuck.
So no water bet. I'm just trying to do it, do it for the vine, but whatever. And then
You versus Mikey.
for me versus Mikey, right now all my lineup, all I have is Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson. But I tell you right now, if my roster is the same, I'm probably starting Joe Mixon. So my lineup would look like Aaron Rodgers, Joe Mixon, Theo Riddick, Jordy Nelson, Crabtree, Thielen, Ben Watson in the flex, and then Sterling Shepard, and probably Buck Allen. I'm a little nervous about Crabtree this week. I'm a little nervous about Buck Allen this week. Theo Riddick's vulnerable to, he could have anywhere from 6 to 15. So that makes me a little nervous. But Thielen against Detroit, he should be very solid. He's been good all year. Rodgers has 2 touchdowns the first quarter at this game. So that's off to a good start there. He already has 10. Jordy Nelson hasn't caught one yet, but, that is what it is. Joe Mixon against Cleveland. I'm really hoping that this is his first breakout week, and he gets it done against Cleveland. Who else did I say? Sterling Shepard against Detroit. Did I already say that? I don't know. I'm hoping he can put up some points because it should be a shootout. He's had 2 games of 7 completions and 3 so far, so no reason why he can't do it again. Detroit's defense has actually been pretty good, so might not be so simple.
As for him, he's got Matt Ryan against Buffalo. Buffalo's defense has been solid, but the Falcons will score. I like Shady against Atlanta since you have to pass to the back to beat Atlanta. Like you can see, like any receiving running back that's played against Atlanta, except for Theo Riddick, has had a good game against Atlanta. So I think Shady could have a good game. Todd Gurley, if they continue to feed him the volume. I know Rob says that he sucks, but
Who?
Rob didn't say that Gurley sucks, but he just says that Gurley's touchdown dependent. If he doesn't score any touchdowns, he's not worth anything fantasy-wise. But he gets the volume on the ground and through the air. So, like, if he continues to get the volume he's getting, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, but he won't be putting up. What did he put up? 20+ games, like at least 2 out of 3 times. But no, Gurley should be solid. I like them all. Preseason. I got him in a couple of NFL times.
Todd Gurley has gone 20, 25, 37.
Yeah.
Look at the attempts and yards.
After this week, he's got a tough stretch coming up too.
Look at the receiving yards.
Yeah,
And
that's
2
huge.
TDs.
I mean, that's gonna set a great floor. If you can
He's involved in the receiving
if
game.
Gurley is gonna get 3 to 5 catches every game, you gotta be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, and the fact that he's getting all the work on the ground, there's no one threatening to steal his job.
Dallas'
He's the guy.
defense is very beatable this week, all year. So Gurley plays them this week, so
Yep.
that's good for him.
Now his receivers are where it starts to go down for me a lot because like Danny Amendola against Carolina, he could. I just wouldn't want to rely on him to start. To be honest, he's capable. If he hits, he hits. Good for you. If he gets another 6 catches for 100 yards, like that's 16 points. That's fine. But I don't know if I bet on that. Then Jeremy Maclin against Pittsburgh. Jeremy Maclin just hasn't been that great this season.
Sucks. I have him in one of my other leagues.
Yeah, he's just been kind of disappointing, to be honest.
Underwhelming.
And then he's got DeAndre Hopkins, who is the league leader in targets. he's getting fucking volume. They're force feeding DeAndre Hopkins. So
Until your boy Fuller starts seeing 10 targets a game.
yeah, whatever.
I wish.
Travis
It's not
Kelce.
gonna
I mean,
happen.
you know, obviously Washington shut down the Raiders last week, but Jared Cook had a touchdown. So I mean, you can throw it to your tight end, and especially if it's Travis Kelce. So
Yeah, Kelsey. Tight ends have just been really bad this year.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say.
And then he's got Brandon Marshall against Tampa Bay. Brandon Marshall bounced back last week. We'll see if he can keep up that pace. Obviously, Tampa Bay's secondary looked bad
Who does
against the
Detroit-
Vikings last week.
Oh, Detroit plays Minnesota. Yeah, Sterling Shepard against Tampa Bay is who I have.
And then he's got Marvin Jones against Minnesota. I mean, if Xavier Rhodes is on him, it's a wrap at any point because Xavier Rhodes is just the best lockdown corner in the league probably.
Yeah, and that's probably who he'll be guarding. So, and Marvin Jones hasn't been that good, anyways. So how you feeling about it?
I think your team will win. To be honest, I mean,
I
I think
need
his running backs. His running backs will perform, and Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins can perform, but he's going to need them all to get at least 25 points, I think, to win because I wouldn't want to rely on the rest of his team.
Who's his quarterback?
He's got Matt Ryan,
So yeah, he should put up.
but it's against Buffalo. Everyone's struggled against Buffalo so far. It's either a coincidence that they played all struggling quarterbacks, or
Who they play? They played Carolina and who else in the first 2 weeks?
the Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets in Carolina so far.
So they have yet to play a great offense.
I don't remember who their second game was.
Carolina. Or wasn't that? Was that?
Yeah. So it went the Jets, the Panthers, the Broncos.
None of those teams have great offense.
The Broncos just smashed the Cowboys.
Cowboys have a terrible defense. But Zeke helps the defense so much. Oh, Jalen Ramsey. He should have been a Cowboy.
Yep. He
Pussies.
definitely should have been.
Pussies.
He should have been a Charger. They should have took him over Joey Bosa, but Joey Bosa's been good.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
They took him 3 overall, and Jalen Ramsey went like 4 or 5. Good at Jalen Ramsey. Crazy.
I wish the Steelers had Jalen Ramsey. I wish the
Yeah,
Steelers
you
were
do.
good. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry, Mikey, but
Shit.
I'm giving it to Drake, just off of
There it is, boys. Hopefully I'll be
the
2-2.
matchups. And
Should be. You can't. It's never good to say that you should have won a matchup that you lost, but I think it's safe to say that I should have won week 2. When I lost by 5 and Jordy got hurt and Olsen got hurt, I think they would have combined for 6 points. So
if you had David Johnson,
it sucks going. Yeah, if I had David Johnson, so it sucks going in this week 1 and 2, but looking to bounce back, hit 2 and 2. You know, hit your boy up for some trades. Always down for that. You know, let's make a move. All right, signing off.